I mean, these cars, they're something special, man. I'm not sure why the 9th gens have so much reputation for just, I guess, not being good enough to some people, but I've always wanted an SI, any generation. Preferably any of the K-series ones, but, you know, I wouldn't say no to like an EM1 or like a 2nd gen, you know, like fun, great little cars. They were always supposed to be. And, this car is freaking a riot to drive. It is an animal. The exhaust, I'm not sure how big it is. I want to say maybe 2.5 or 3 inch. It is in great shape. These K-series, they don't care about back pressure, so they probably like it. The lack of it. The sunroof still works. It's an SI, so those are standard. Now I'm already thinking about doing a few things, like upgrading the throttle body to the Acura RDX, I think, or the J-series throttle body. That's a popular one. Maybe the RBC manifold, maybe change the intake manifold. Play around with it, you know? But there's a lot of weird things in here too. Like, the car was wired for subs. So, well, the subs are missing. Guy took all that stuff out, I'm guessing. So, you know what? It is what it is. This car, it is polarizing to drive. It really is. This thing, first of all, it makes so much noise. Number one, because you kind of have to rev it a little to move it without the clutch and the flywheel making noises. Like, it's like a weird screeching noise. And if you rev it enough, then, you know, you don't really get it. But at the same time, it's like everybody around you, they think you're trying to like race them, which is hard not to. But, you know, it's funny. Today I got my ass whooped by a Jeep SRT. These things make like double the horsepower I make. But I mean, you know, it was fun. So definitely this car is, when it comes to comparing it to the CRZ, it is just a different animal altogether, especially stock. But like, even coming from the view of somebody who would modify one, because I did modify my CRZ actually quite a bit. I cut holes in the bumpers, tuned it, made it loud, do whatever you want with your car, you know. But yeah, this thing, even though it was a little bit frustrating and it did take some time to fix a couple things, I've been driving it now for a while, and yeah, I'm very pleased. Got some new tires for it. Sure Drive, they're like the generic Firestones. They're summer sports. Gonna get a new battery, even though that one looks pretty good. For some reason, it's just not testing that good. And let me see. Probably redo the wrap. I want to wrap the hood, just not this hood. So we'll see. But hey, like I said, spark plugs, valve adjustment, next idea. It's almost done. Ooh. All right, sir. I do believe we are finished here. Interesting. All right, let's see what this does, man. I've heard, seen all the hype. Let's go do this. All right, is this the place? Is this the place where I try it? Driving the SI with a tune. So, I've been driving it for a little bit now. And I do gotta say, it does feel a little bit more torquier. It's also a lot gentler when I cruise. That could be because of the valve adjustment. What else? I can set launch control, so if I press cancel on the cruise control button, or if I actually scratch that, if I go set or minus or reset positive, I can change the launch control setting. Right now I got it at around 4200, and that's with the Honda unit. This thing feels nice and spicy for sure. Oh yes, man, like I can't express, like if you were a CRZ owner, the amount of money and mods you need to do to CRZ to make it drive like this SI, you'd be spending a good little chunk of change, man. This Honda unit, it actually came with the car from the dude that I traded the CRZ from. Out a lot. When I hear people complain like, oh, this thing's not the same as the 8th gen, doesn't rev as high and all this, I'm like, dude, this thing already revs like to the sky. What do you want? Like, you know, to the moon? This thing's a great car to daily. Has super fun driving characteristics. I love it. Someone has a complaint about a 9th gen, unless it's just a piece of crap, which this one kind of is, but not really. It's getting there. I'm doing stuff to it. Change the belt, spark plugs, valve adjustment, all the fluids, new tires. Man, this thing it's coming together, and it new clutch master cylinder, and it is working out great, man. This thing, whew.